Welcome to the city of 1,000 streets, the city that thrives in the dark and has more than enough problems that need solving.
What at one point was a dozen or so small villages that struggled to stay safe from the surrounding woods soon formed an alliance based in trade and mutual need for survival.
Years would pass, and these villages would grow to a point where borders would clash. 12 became 10, and 10 became 7, until only one village remained. This resulted in a city so massive that traveling from the North Gate to the South Gate would take more than 2 days.
The Six Boroughs stand as both a symbol of unity and selfishness. Hiding behind the massive stone walls that protect the city, they also use the River Styx to divide them.
Life in the boroughs varies greatly the further west you live. East Haven, or better known today as the slums, gets the worst of it, with almost zero political assistance and the city guard turning a blind eye to its downfall. Meanwhile, New Noximbres stands as a beacon of hope and possibility, at least at face value.
Around every corner lies a new story and a new perspective. From the gangs that control the boroughs behind the scenes, to the Steel Knights who work to protect and serve while also helping themselves on the side. Even the traders that travel across all the boroughs to buy and sell wares see a side of Noximbres that some may never see.
The churches that worship and preach to anyone who will listen, some to the gods of the land, some to base ideals, the mercenaries and sellswords who work for the highest bidders, and the heroes who are few and far between, but do what they can to save their city.
A true metropolis spanning far and wide. What secrets rest just below the surface? And how long can the city stand when half of it could crumble at any moment?
Welcome to Noximbres. I fixed it. I fixed it. Everybody shut your faces. Rox is in the DM. I'm the DM. I fixed it. I don't care how fast the power goes to your head, Rox. I fixed it. Sorry about that, you guys.
Get you next time.
We take a week off and shit happens and we forget which room we're supposed to be in on the Discord. It's a common mistake. To be fair, I think we addressed that like 15 minutes ago and I was like, nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And it wasn't fine, but we adjusted. Yeah. That's on me. That's my bad, boys. It's my bad.
It's good.
Welcome back. Hi. My name's Longdraw TV or Zach, aka the Dungeon Master of Cap Dice here. With my lovely players down below. Apologies for the week off last week. We had some personal events come up and we had to take care of. You all should do the same. Take some time for yourself. Do some fun stuff. Go out and enjoy the world now that we kind of can. But because this is a pretty impactful session, we're a little late. We're going to jump right into it. No hesitation, no waiting, with a little bit of a recap. So last session, our party of 7 adventurers awoke in individual groves in a mysterious autumn forest. I'm not sure how they got there. The last thing they remembered was falling unconscious to some purple gas that had filled the chamber they were in. Each one of them finding themselves in a mysterious clearing and facing individual trials of mental fortitude. Some seeing lost loved ones, some seeing old enemies, some seeing things they don't quite yet understand, and some facing the literal embodiment of choices they have to make in the future. But our 7 adventurers were able to defeat this mental prison and awaken. But before that happened, Bors, our holy man, was able to escape the prison with the help of Hex, the criminal, not mastermind, I would say, but criminal deviant. Ne'er-do-well, that's brilliant. That had been eluding you all for several days, that you'd been tracking down and partaking in their game. Leading to a initial and quite not necessarily drawn out, but anticipated conversation between Bors and Hex. Battling wits and ideologies, Bors was left with a choice. Either ingest a potion that would give him the powers of the creatures that he hunts, or watch as that potion was given to his companion, Matt Jones, who would then, in turn, become one of the creatures Bors has sworn to hunt. After multiple attempts at negotiation that Hex did not amuse, or what would the term be? That Hex did not give the time of day to, Bors caved and agreed to take the potion. The strange drink was shoved into your face, Bors, and held there until you ingested it. And only after so did Hex reveal that he did not intend to keep his word and that he was going to make all other 6 members of your party drink the potion, regardless of your choice. But before he could force the drink into Matt Jones's unconscious gullet, he was stabbed in the back by a familiar friend in Deacon. Hex, quick thinking and panicking, threw a flashbang into Deacon's face and escaped, or is attempting to. Deacon quickly released you all of your chains and took chase. As the 7 of you got to your feet and attempted to move as well with Deacon and Hex in pursuit, the ground beneath your feet began to shift and shake. And before you could leave the room, the wooden panels you had been standing on for the night exploded into the air, into small shrapnel pieces of debris. And where you were once standing stood a large, 8-foot-tall automaton. Large warforged-like body, except not nearly as humanoid, much more robotic in structure and build. Like wires and pipes seem to be connecting pieces of the body from shoulder to shoulder, as well as across the chest. A large, very sleek, clean metal helm with these like almost wings coming off the side of the helm in a stylized kind of gauntlet peak. A massive warhammer in one hand and a shield in the other. You heard as the automaton sprung to life and only stated its name. OTK. Activate. Everyone has already rolled initiative, so that part is out of the way. I'm going to throw on some tunes to keep suspense up. And Wally, you are going to kick us off with No Delay.
Am I? No delay?
No delay. Right now. Make a choice.
You know, what's fun about that is that I don't know what I'm going to do.
With only a tiny bit of delay.
A medium amount of delay.
The exact right amount of delay.
With the downtime to not give extra help. Question for you, DM.
Sure.
So the brown wooden plank looking stuff, is that the bottom of the bath?
No, that would be what you were standing on. That has all been kind of blown out. The bottom of the bath is all like not necessarily like damaged stone, but definitely like rough, not maintained stone that has seen better days.
So where the robot's standing, or the automaton is standing, is it like 5 feet down? Like if we were to walk, I'm just gonna move my token just to show. Like if I go there, is that like 5 feet down, 10 feet down, or is it level where we're standing?
So you see the stairs that Oz, Wally, and all them are standing on? Yes. Those are like 3 steps. But once they get down, it's all pretty level. The wooden platform was kind of just laid on top of the stone to be like more surface.
Perfect.
I would argue it's probably the platform was probably about half a foot to a foot thick. So you would have stepped onto the wood and not down into the bath, if that makes sense.
I was just seeing if it was gonna take more.
No. Don't consider the dip into the pool into your movement. What the ruler says is the distance you're traveling.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
I got you, Wally.
Okay.
Vamp.
Rather than do something and call attention to the fact that I'm here, I am going to move.
Okay. Oh, you know what we should do? Because I'm a smart dungeon master, and I've made a screen specifically for this. Huh. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna do this. Look at that. It snaps right into place almost, kind of, sort of.
Oh, snap. Look at that. New battle map on the stream.
Yep.
Or have you had that for a while?
I think we've had this once, but we also haven't done a lot of combat, so. It's only
true.
probably the second time the stream has seen this.
It looks good.
It does.
All right, I'm going to move my little wizardy boy back here behind this pillar.
Okay.
And hide.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll. Okay. All right, cool. That's your turn. So regardless of your stealth, and you didn't come through there, babe. I don't know if you meant to click your button or not.
I forgot.
Regardless of stealth, you do have full cover. So
Very good. That is what I do.
awesome. Ditch.
All right. I am going to attempt to move. I can move past or move through a party member, right? That doesn't.
Correct. You just can't end your turn there.
Right. So 5. How much do I have? I have 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Question.
Okay.
Is the robot taking automaton? Sorry. Is it 2x2? 2x2 square?
Yes.
Is that how big he is?
Let me double check what I have it set as. It should be. I might have put it. There it goes. Sorry. It is 2x2. I had it off centered for dramatic purposes.
That's fine. What's the range on this thing? Five feet is the square directly next to you, correct?
I'm sorry.
Is that true?
5. Yeah.
It's the immediate square next to you.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're saying like reach of 5 feet or range of 5 feet, it would be touching square to square.
Okay, so I need to be there. All right. So I'm gonna like weasel my way in behind the robot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Lightning Lure.
Okay.
So the target has to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okay.
So we'll do that first.
You said lightning lure?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just because I don't want there to be any shenaniganery. You whip the lightning lure out. You see it snatches into the back of this automaton, and as it makes contact, you feel the magic you just released get sucked out of you and into the automaton, and you see it goes, and it like flexes as all of the circuits around it start to spark and like charge up. Go roll your damage for me, please.
Well, so there's no damage unless it if it failed the throw, it gets pulled to me and then it gets struck by lightning.
Does it take lightning damage?
If it fails a throw, so basically what happens with it is you throw the lure. If it fails, it gets pulled to me, and if it's within 5 feet, he'll get damaged.
Yeah. So basically what's going to happen, he's choosing to fail, and because he's absorbing the damage, he's not going to go anywhere. He's just going to take your lightning in. So go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
5.
I did not expect a lightning move this early, but it is beneficial for you all technically. So
that's why I wanted to try.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Stitch?
Seeing that probably didn't work.
Yeah.
I am going to bless you.
Yeah.
Not cast bless you. Fuck. That kind of puts pay to what I was going to try to do. Do I even want to attempt to do it? I am going to take, let's see, how much did I move? I moved 20 feet because I moved 5 feet, so I have 10 more feet. Would this count as 5, 10? I moved diagonally, 2.
Moment, please.
No worries. So I was here.
I am updating the title of the stream. Done. Okay. So you were saying the movement?
Yep. 5, 10.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take my bonus action to hide.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Go ahead and roll my stealth check.
The heck? There it is.
Okay.
15.
Brilliant. So what's gonna happen now? Let me check my senses here. Okay, sweet.
And just to clarify, we did that. It absorbed and looked like it got stronger.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Do that real quick. Brilliant. So I need, and we're going to do this in Discord order, skipping me, of course. So Trent, I need you to roll me a D7.
D7.
Yes.
I think I will have to do that in roll 20 because I don't think.
Yep.
D&D
Yeah, you
Beyond
have
can
to.
do that.
You have to manually do one. Yep.
Oops.
Okay, 5. Brilliant. Steven, could you do me a favor, please?
Okay.
Your ability, I forget the name of it, the one where you throw the coin at people.
Yeah.
Could you roll the attack for that, please?
Sure.
I'm going to be asking you guys to do a lot, so everybody be ready for stuff. Okay, cool. 25. I need you to roll damage.
Okay.
Cool. Matt, you see as the automaton flexes as the electricity charges through its body, it roars back, doesn't like scream or anything because it's automaton. It just like snaps back into the position. Its hand extends out. A little slot opens from its little wrist, and you see this small cylindrical metal object shoots out like a projectile and nails you in the chest, and you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
This is already fucking amazing, dude.
That is a legendary action. Now on OTK's turn. I will roll these because it's on his turn. So /R. I'm trying to remember. I think there's a way. Yeah, there is. Cool. Okay, 4 twice. Brilliant. What's going to happen is OTK is going to turn this way, moves in. Basically, one hand shield slams this target dummy out of the way, so it's just not even there anymore. Actually, just to make sure this is kosher. Objects and tokens, sweet. So he slams that out of the way. It shatters against the wall, and it's going to take one attack each against Volt and Boars. So, Ditch, if you could please roll your dagger attack twice for me.
Why me?
Because you're number 4.
Okay. Whoops. Why is that not working?
All good. Okay. 23 to hit you, Volt.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to take 7 damage.
All right.
11 to hit you, Boars. Cool. So it misses you. So you see it puts its shield up in front of you, Volt, and a small little door hinge kind of pops open, and a blade just jabs out at you, stabs into your side. The hammer tries to come down onto you, Boars, and you are able to block it and deflect it. Volt, it is your turn.
I think it should actually be Inanis. I think he has a higher dex.
Oh, that's a good point.
I have a 0 in dex, so.
Inanis, do you have anything higher than a 0 in dex?
Yeah, I've got
Cool.
a 1, so it's
There
me.
you go. All right, Inanis, you're up.
All right. Seeing everyone kind of scatter to the wind, Inanis yells out, "I can't help you guys if you get out of the way." And immediately steps in front of Boars. Oh,
Okay.
I gotta switch tools real quick.
Yeah.
And as I'm stepping past Boars, anyone who's in eye shot of Inanis would see his chain shirt just starts to just change from that like silverish and white to this blood red as his entire attire just changes. And I'm gonna try to get within eye shot of as many of you as I can. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the only person I can't see is Wally, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I can position myself in a more advantageous spot.
You're not going to be able to see me.
Actually,
Because on my screen,
No,
I can't see anybody but
it's
like
not for you.
half of Oz. Okay.
Yeah.
right. Advantageous is not for you. It's gonna be for Volt, actually. So I'm gonna put myself here.
Yep. Perfect. Yep.
Actually, no. Can I see those two? Yeah, I can see those two right there.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So I'm gonna position myself right there, not too far from Boris. And Inanis is gonna take his greatsword in one hand, and I'm gonna stab it into the ground. In the name of all that I protect, I invoke the authority of my power. And this red aura just shoots out of Inanis, and that means Matt, Volt, Boars, Ditch, and Oz. Y'all have been invoked by my authority, and you've been hit with the power of Devastator. That means that I don't think it doesn't have a necessary end. Actually, oh wait, no. I'm gonna take it back from Oz. I can only do it to.
Gotcha.
Wait, no, I can't do it for Oz. Never mind. Oz, you get to
Got
keep
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's up to 5 of you. And it doesn't have a duration for when it ends. However, y'all are allowed to make one weapon attack as a part of your reaction. So you can waste a reaction to just straight up attack this thing an extra time.
Right.
So kind of invoking that authority and sending that power into all of them. I will then raise my right hand and I will snap towards the towards OTK.
Gotcha.
And I will go ahead and place my seal on him.
Brilliant. All right.
And pray that my allies can save me from the stupid mistake that I just made.
All right. We'll do that as the mark on it.
And unfortunately, I have no way of keeping track of who still has the reactions, so you guys are gonna have to keep track of that for yourself.
Is that a once thing or consistently?
Once per long rest.
Wait, no. Sorry. Can they use the reaction to attack one time or until the
One.
blessing goes away?
One.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me do this then. Wrenches for everybody who can use the reaction.
Okay. Because
what's the flag for?
I'm gonna
Pierce?
double.
I just thrown the flag on there to show the his thing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Get that out of here.
There, I took it off.
And you can do it. Okay, sweet. And that's it.
That's everything.
Okay, sweet.
Yep. That's my full turn.
You do that. Immediately following, Amber, I need you to roll a 1d7 for me. A 1. Okay.
Getting
Sweet.
the ones out early.
Volt, could you please roll a halberd attack for me?
Yeah, I regret to inform you, I cannot perform a halberd attack because I do not have a halberd.
What do you have? Oh, it's the axe. Isn't it?
The great axe.
You had wanted to buy the halberd. That's why it was in my brain.
Yeah.
Sorry. So do your big old axey boy attack. I'll edit my notes.
An 11.
An 11, and that does not hit you, Inanis, correct?
It does not indeed.
That's okay. Volt, can you do one more for me? Because extra attack.
Oh, no.
For the love of all things evil in this world. Why?
Okay. Roll damage for me.
Why?
DM.
Yeah.
So I have. Is it this thing doing the attack?
Yeah. I'm just having you guys roll it, so I don't have to have all of your weapons on a different character sheet.
Right.
Cool.
Love of Christ.
Inanis, you take 11 slashing damage as this thing's legs do not move, but it rotates at the waist and brings the backhand of the warhammer down, like the spiked part, and slashes it across you.
It's a good thing I wore my red dress today.
All right. Volt, it is your turn.
Volt's gonna step out and get large. So
Oh, hell yeah.
Supersize him.
I got
DM.
you, buddy. God, I hate seeing that. I hate seeing that so much.
I love it so
Every
much.
time,
It's so good.
every time I see that, I'm like, I shouldn't have let this be a thing. I shouldn't have let this be a thing. I shouldn't have let this be a thing. And then you do cool dragon shit, and I'm just like, it's fine, I guess.
It's fun, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna slash at him.
Hell yeah, dude. Slash. 17. Okay.
17 hit.
17 misses, unfortunately.
Oh fuck. 26 hits. All right.
26 does hit.
All right. He takes 12 slashing damage.
Hell yeah.
I'm then going to action surge.
Yeah, sweet. Cool. You do your action surge. Volt, I will say,
right.
as you make contact with that first hit, you take 6 lightning damage as the blade pierces into this thing's armor, and you see a static charge burst through your weapon down the handle and into your hands and shocks your body.
Is that taking into consideration my draconic resilience?
That is not. No, so if you are resistant to lightning damage, that would be half, so you take 3.
3. Ow, I don't like that. I'm gonna hit him again.
Do it again. 24 hits. And a 17 is going to miss. Yeah. So go ahead and roll damage. So that's 12. Whoo! 29 damage total in 2 attacks. But
Don't
you
forget you
do.
can get a third attack in.
That's true. You could use your reaction if you like. You do take another 3 damage, and I already have that for you. So it's just 3 damage.
All right. And yeah, I'm gonna hit him again.
All right. So you burn
My
your reaction.
attack. 19 to hit.
19 just hits.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Another 11.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Somebody do the math on the 3 attacks for me while I roll 2 more d4. You take another. We said we're rolling up for half damage as a collective. We agreed on rolling up. Okay. So you take
Rolling up.
2 more damage. So in total, you take 3, 6, 8. You take 8 damage lightning in these 3 attacks. And it's 40 damage.
Yeah, 40.
Holy shit. Good job, man.
Nah, let's add on to that. As he makes that third attack,
Yeah.
Inanis's eyes glare as the seal activates.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
go ahead and roll my
Yeah.
damage for that.
Okay. So you're popping the seal.
Yeah, I'm popping that.
Cool.
Where is? No, that's the wrong
And
thing.
then
Yeah, let's
you
just do this.
no longer have the reaction. Sweet.
You're kidding. You know what? That's fine. It takes an additional
worse.
4 necrotic damage.
4 necrotic damage. Hell yeah. Okay. That's gonna put him down. Okay.
Yeah, so Volt just gets really big, and then just 2 hands that
Whale,
great
whale,
axe
whale,
just- Yeah.
All right.
Lays into him.
Volt, at the end of your turn, Alex, could you please roll me a d7? A 2. All right. Boris, could you please roll a flail attack for me?
And these are all legendary actions.
Yes.
How many are there? Holy crap.
He gets 3 around. The benefit is he used 1 before his turn, which means it reset on his turn. So he's getting 4 this round. So that is a 21 to hit you, Volt. Oh, you know what? No, he's gonna. No, yeah, you just hit him. That makes no sense. Roll damage for me. Cool. So 21 to hit you.
In that?
Yeah, it's an attack on you.
Yep, I'm gonna clout.
You gonna send it back to him?
I can't send it back to him because he's the one attacking, right? Not
Correct.
Boris.
Correct.
Okay.
You're gonna send it to.
I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to Oz.
To Oz.
Oh my god.
He's like, our relationship is already pretty damaged. Might as well.
I figured he's probably gonna be the healthiest out of all of us out of this. Maybe.
Jesus Christ. You see as the shaft of this Warhammer goes kind of limp as it turns into chains. It reels it back and swings it at you, Vold. You fucking panicking, put your axe up. The puff of smoke appears. The flail disappears into it. And Oz, you feel a slam of metal into your back as you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, wait.
He said, "Hey, you rolled it, not my problem."
Jesus.
This man said, "I don't want to go down to 2 hit points."
Thanks for ruining all the hard work I put into this.
That's awesome. Okay, that is the legendary action. I believe the final legendary action of this turn.
I hope so.
After Enoni's, after Volt. Yeah. Okay. So Boris, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna step up.
Okay.
And we're gonna swing.
Okay.
Do I have advantage on these?
God, because he takes up both spaces. You fucking do.
Cool.
You son of a bitch.
Yuck.
Yuck. I'll do it again. 18 misses.
All right, and I'm gonna do the reaction attack as well.
Okay. 14 misses.
I'm just gonna miss with everything.
So yeah, you go to swing on this guy. He hears you coming. Again, the legs kind of stay facing the wall. His waist rotates and the shield comes up, and you just boom, boom, right into the shield as it bounces off. Cool. Boris, that is everything on your turn, I believe.
Is that?
Yes.
Yep. Question for you, and this is purely up to you to make the decision on this.
Okay.
With the legendary action, when he attacked the Volt, could I technically use Sentinel for that? And use my reaction?
Because you're saying if it attacks somebody other than you, you get to make a melee.
Me.
It is
Right.
originating.
It was in his turn, but
no.
it was a legendary
That
action. It works?
I will. It doesn't specify it when someone makes an attack on their turn. It just says if a creature makes an attack against someone other than you. So yeah, rules is written. Checks out.
Yeah, in the chaos of Volt's panic, I'm going to take that as an opportunity to attack it from
Go for
behind.
it. Yeah, 19 hits. Roll damage.
Fantastic.
Okay.
It's going to take 9 damage.
9 damage. You are going to take 5 lightning damage.
Ouch.
As the blade pierces into the metal, it sticks a little bit, and as you try and pull it out, a spark of lightning arcs down the blade and into you, and shocks your system for 5 damage.
That's not good.
But I'm gonna mark that. Okay.
I really hope what I'm about to do next doesn't kill me.
All right. Oz, it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at I'm like, okay, so seems like everybody's getting hit with the stuff that they're sending out. Who looks the worst?
At the
For where?
moment, Wally and Volt look beat the hell up. Volt is standing. He's breathing heavy. He's kind of hunched over. It's hard to tell. He's like fucking 18 feet tall, but he's like leaning over at the waist. And Wally is like back against this fucking wall next to you, bloody, and like nose has like erupted in blood, just covering their front.
Okay. Yeah, fuck Volt.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna attack him.
Yeah, fucking kill him, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a
little side step.
back.
Nice.
And I'm going to cast a second level cure wounds.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Roll it, bud.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh,
bro?
the one. That sucks, man. 8 healing to Wally. It ain't nothing.
Oh, I feel so much better, man. Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Oz? Bonus action or anything like that?
You know what? Actually, yeah. I'm going to, just as I'm like kind of healing Wally up, I'm gonna, be like, hey, there's a lot going on right now. You definitely don't have to hop in, but if you do, I mean, you kick ass. And I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Wally.
Very cool.
Just kind of like like massaging
Yes,
the
as you're giving a little quick chat. It's in the corner of the ring. Okay, you got this, bud. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's fine. Get in there.
Okay.
You're killing it, champ.
Like grab my spell book.
Yeah.
Check my arcane focus.
All right, Matt, you are up.
All right. I'm just going to stay where I'm at, and
Okay.
I'm going to throw a gold coin at a bitch.
Hell
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
dude. You're gonna return to sender.
Yeah, the double one.
Oh, maybe. Fucking Matt, you pull out a gold coin and you like fucking, and you just see it go dink, and the eyes snap on you. Didn't seem to hurt it. Definitely got its attention.
Okay, I'm going to remember that I'm not left-handed. I'm actually right-handed.
Right.
And as a bonus action,
Okay.
I'm going to throw another gold coin rather than calling that one back.
Hell yeah, dude. Do it again. You see as you like switch back, you grab another one. Dink. The eyes go from very wide, like these large red circles, as they tighten in on you.
Okay.
Anything else, Matt?
Nope.
All right, Wally, you're up.
All right, now that I am healed a little bit, I'm gonna kind of pop out from the corner here, and yeah, I'm gonna pop out from the corner here and do a little mind sliver.
Ooh, little mind sliver.
So it's an int save.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh. All right, so that's a DC 13.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
Okay, so 4 damage.
Okay.
And then the next saving throw it makes before my next turn, it subtracts 1d4.
Right. Okay. Sounds good. And you said that's 4 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Fantastic. Real quick, just because I want to make sure. Can you check the wording on Mind Sliver on who it affects?
one creature I see within range.
Okay. Yeah. Checks out.
Is it a creature?
It is. It doesn't specify like a humanoid or a living creature. So I'll just say yeah, it's fine. You basically brains are basically computers, and it's all electricity. So you just suck some electricity out of this thing. That's sciencey and makes sense, and I'm gonna go with that. Cool. That is all for Wally. Cool.
Yes, sir.
So let me do a little.
You just DDoSed this man.
Just DDoSed his IS. I don't see a little brain. I feel like there should be. There we go. That's perfect. Little mind sliver on his body there. Okay, Ditch, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna run out of hiding, and I'm gonna go. Which way is it facing?
It is.
It
is currently
Wally?
facing Boars. Oh no, sorry. I said it turned its attention to Matt. It's currently facing Matt.
Matt. Okay. So let's see. 5,
like that.
10, 15, 20.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm running, Ditch is gonna kind of like do the whole reach behind his behind his back and do his side and like flip out his 2 daggers.
Hell yeah!
And he's just gonna go for stabby stab.
Hell yeah, dude! Go ahead and give me those attacks.
We'll do one, just my regular action. Sneak attack because I'm flanking him and he's not looking at me. Correct?
So you're not flanking him where you're standing. I will say you have enough movement. You could technically move into Enani's space, attack, and then slide and end your turn where you're currently standing. So you could be flanking doing that. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
I'm gonna like slither. That's weird. Yeah. I'm gonna like squeeze behind Boris and Enani's and try to like, hey, guess what? Whoopsh, and just stab. Right. And I don't. Is it like all just armor that's connected together? Like, is there any like openings between
so there's a little bit of splints in the armor, but a lot of it is like these large like steel plates that have been like bolted together. And then again, it's not perfection. It's kind of done backyard style. So there's like openings and like circuitry that you're able to like stick your blade into.
I
And
was gonna say, I'm gonna look for one of those and just try to get into it.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and give me that attack roll with advantage. 19 just hits. Yeah. So that is
So
11.
11.
Okay,
Yep.
brilliant. You take 5 lightning damage.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm not resistant to that at all.
Nope.
Okay.
As it takes 11.
And
From
then
your backstory, you should take double damage. I'm just saying.
I had it once.
Yeah,
and
that's
it ended me.
Listen, you would think he knows how it feels. That doesn't mean he's resistant to it. It just seems familiar.
I was gonna say I like this pain.
Yeah.
And Anis or Malik, the bonus thing that you gave us is just using our reaction to do another attack, correct?
Correct. A melee attack specifically. Yeah, that's the one downside. And I double checked the ruling. It has to be a melee attack.
Yeah, you're like a legion commander. You're sending in an army of soldiers to
commanding you guys
sword and board. Yep.
A sword and board, yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna use the reaction to do another stab, and then I'll use my bonus to do my second attack.
Yeah, cool. So I would say, I don't know, because you don't have 2-weapon fighting, correct?
I do have 2-weapon fighting.
You do. Okay, ignore me then. Where do you have 2-weapon fighting from? Is that a feat?
It was part of where did I get it from? Does it tell you where I got it from? I think it was part of the rogue thing when I hit level 3. Do you want me to double check first?
We might be thinking of 2 different things. I'm talking about the thing that gives you your ability modifiers to your offhand attacks.
I think we went through this last time. I don't think on this second attack I get to use.
Yes, correct. No,
attack, but I can take the attack.
So sneak attack is irrelevant to ability modifiers. Sneak attack is just something you can add to any attack once around. The 2-weapon fighting is basically what says I can add my dexterity to the damage of my second roll. Because normally, because it's a main hand, that gets the dex bonus. Offhands don't. And then unless you take the 2-weapon fighting style, then you can add it to both. It's what balances out dual wielding, basically.
Right. Yeah, because this says as long as I use a light melee weapon, I don't add my ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack, but I can still attack with it. So it's basically just the weapon damage minus
your dex.
My dex. Right. Yep. I wonder if I can set that up to where I can have 2 different attacks set up in D.
Yeah, it's a little annoying, but you can, yeah. Cool. So 20 hits. So that's minus your 4. So that's 4 plus. No, just 4. Sorry, we already did your sneak attack. Yep. So that's 4. Go ahead and roll your reaction.
Okay.
16 is going to miss. So that's just an extra 4. However, you are going to take another 5 lightning damage.
Okay. Youch. So you'll see as Ditch is like stabbing, and you'll see that lightning go through. You'll see it on his face. He winces because he knows what that pain's like. He's like, hates it. He'll take that dagger out, and then I need to check to see how much movement I actually did. 5, 10.
You have.
I have half my movement, so I'm gonna try to take. Where the hell do I want to go? I'll just go back 5, 10 to there.
Where are we at? Steven, could you roll me a D7, please?
I can. Ooh.
Boris, could you roll a flail attack for me? 19 to hit you, Ditch.
You said 19?
19, yep.
That hits.
Roll damage for me, Pierce. Cool. So as you go to run away and leave this thing's attack range, it 180s at the waist, and while it's doing so, swings the mace out and clocks you in the back. You take 7 bludgeoning damage, but you do finish your movement.
As he's moving, you'll see Ditch when he takes that. He like stumbles and skids on a knee. He's not looking good.
Hurt.
He's looking hurt.
All right. That is OTK's turn. Rocks, could you please roll? Oh, you know what? No, I said I was going to do the ones on his turn. So that is going to be.
Sorry, Ditch. I don't think I can help you right now.
Don't worry about it. I'm used to it.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Sweet. So, 2 things happen, and they are both new things that you guys haven't seen yet. So this is fun. First things first, Wally, I need you to roll me 3d7.
No.
Okay, well.
What if I say no?
Then I'm going to roll them, and they're all going to go to you.
Damn.
Roll your 3d7. All right, cool. So now I need you to roll me 3d4.
Did we just get fucking magic missiled?
You did just get magic missiled. Cool. So, OTK like follows through, hitting Ditch, continues to spin and like starts rotating super fast. And as this happens, you see electricity starts to like generate, charge, and bolts of lightning spark out. Matt, you are going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You take 8 lightning damage.
Oh no.
And 4 is Ditch. Ditch, you are going to take 2 lightning damage.
Oh, thank God.
That's
Holy shit.
the 1 plus 1. Cool. Now, this is where it gets really bad. Oz, I need you to roll vicious mockery damage for me, please.
Oh, shit. I was hoping if I didn't use it, it would be okay.
Well.
Where are you?
As that roll's happening, you hear Ditch just mumbling, grunting to himself, fucking hate lightning.
The rotation starts to slow down as it comes to a stop. You see that the mouth panel, there has not been a mouth, so there's no like speaking thing. The panel has like dropped down and there's just a large speaker. As you see it just like loud shrieking emissions come out of this thing and just starts piercing everyone's ears. You all take 3 psychic damage, everyone.
Oh.
7s are bad.
No saving throw?
No saving throw. 7s are bad.
You said 3?
3. Rolling 7s on the D7 is not fun.
Oh no.
Just mass AoE damage.
No.
Okay. That is OTK's turn. Inanis.
Stand by. I forgot some aspect of my character that I can actually add to me right now. Oh, how long ago did I break that seal?
Oh,
okay, it was
last round. It was last round. Yes, Rock.
DM. I completely forgot about.
Go for it.
Sorry, I completely forgot about the 3d6 that I should have rolled for my giant smite.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. That would have happened regardless. So his health will still go down. Go ahead and roll 3d6. Nice, good numbers. 14. That's good. That's good stuff. OTK's looking hurt.
This might change things then. So I forgot because I'm an idiot who's trying to play a class that's new.
Happens.
I actually got some healing on the last turn.
Oh, because you pop smite, or but not your smite, your mark.
Mark, yeah. Ditch, you got away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what you did, Trent.
Happens.
I can't heal you if you're gone. All right. Well, screw that. I'm just gonna go.
He's gotta get away.
Nope, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. So raising my right palm, looking down to where I thought Ditch was gonna be, I realized he's not there. It's that like scene from a show where it's like you do the dash outline. It's like, damn it. All right, it's got to go somewhere. And I slam my palm into OTK.
Okay.
And red aura just drains from, or it's going to attempt to drain from it to me. I'm going to attempt Infernal Conduit.
Okay, sweet.
I need to beat a 14 for it to succeed.
Okay. That's 24.
I can't see the number. That's fantastic.
That's more than a 14.
Calling back to the conversation he had with his father, Inanis immediately recalls exactly how to touch into this power. And I'm going to pop all 3 of my conduit dice.
Hell yeah.
1, 2, 3. Thank God I did.
Bruh, that's huge.
20 hit points.
Huge.
So, let's see, that's 8 to 4.
You can pop more than one on a roll? Does it say you can like do as many as you want?
Any number I want.
That's
so
fucking
long as I have them.
huge. That's huge.
So there's that. And
huge.
12 temporary hit points. All right, cool.
Nice, dude.
So I'll drain. Actually, does that count as?
Does it overheal? Does it specify that it overheals into?
Does.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude. That's fucking
Any
OP.
extra-
That's really good.
Yeah. Any extra goes into 10 pen points.
See, this is good combat for me because I get to learn the ill rigor and I get to learn more about the fun classes you guys have picked out.
Yeah. So I didn't. I'm gonna say honor code on this one. I didn't think to put the seal first. So after I drain the energy, I'm just gonna do a second tap, and that's gonna place the seal on him.
Cool.
Or we'll just say as I pull away the energy, he gets left with the seal.
Yeah. It's a little residual, little something. You leave some code in him.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's how we'll play that.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
That's all me. So those of you who are even looking at Inanis, you just watch as he goes from being like bloodied and like bruised and broken, almost as if time is reversing. And if not just reversing, not only is he regenerating, but he's getting buff. Like he's getting
fucking
stronger.
shredded, dude. He's yoked out.
He lifts.
He fucking lifts, dude. Anything else, Inanis?
That's everything.
All right, Rox. Now I need you to roll that 1d7, please.
Oh no. Okay.
Don't roll a 7.
Don't roll a 7. All right.
One.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me an axe attack, Volt.
Oh no. All right, 1 axe attack coming right up.
17 to hit you, Boris.
No.
All right, Volt. Roll me another axe attack.
Oh.
26 to hit you, Boris.
Why are you rolling
Yep.
so high?
Hey, roll damage. 16 slashing damage to you, Boris.
Wait, is that right?
Is that including some extra stuff that this thing would get? Plus 11? I don't think so.
Yeah,
That
no.
should-
Why
that's
is
like
it-
that's a great master hit.
You did double 5, it looks like. Yeah. So I think it would just be 11.
Oh no! I have Great Weapon Master.
Oh, so take 10 away? Would that just be 6?
Feat? No, I don't have Great Weapon Master as a feat.
Yeah.
So what the heck happened there?
It
Why
looks
did
like it's
re-roll
adding.
the 1
It looks like it's adding your do you have?
plus 11?
Do you
Oh,
have
it rolled
the fighting style?
2d12
Right, I rolled 2d12.
and took that
That's-
bigger one.
Yeah, that's weird. We might need to look at your damage things.
Do you just want me to re-roll that?
Yeah, just re-roll that. Just re-roll the damage. That's super weird. See if it happens again.
Weird.
It
just
didn't
rolled
happen that
normally
time.
there.
Yeah, that's super weird. Okay, 12. Boris, you take 12 damage. So add 4 more back to whatever you did. Cool. As you basically throw the shield up, the axe comes down, you block one of them, you bring the shield down, you're like, oh, thank God. And it hits you again right as you bring the shield down. slashes into you. That is that legendary action. Volt, it is your turn.
I'm going to bonus action second wind.
Okay, yeah, take some healing.
9, 10, 11, 12 hit points back. Hell yeah.
Nice.
And then Volt's going to swing.
I think it already does the +3 for you for your level.
Plus 3 already.
Yeah, so it's 9.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Shoot.
It's in the calculation.
Yeah.
Nice.
9 healing.
9. Sweet. Awesome. I didn't know it added that.
9 healing points is still pretty good.
Hell yeah. The magic of D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna smack this dude.
Hell yeah, 23 hits.
And again.
26 hits.
That's where the high roll should be staying.
Okay. What's that, 24?
That is 24, and then 2 more D6 for...
Okay. Go ahead and roll those.
Let's go.
That's huge.
Let's go.
Okay. Real quick, you're gonna take 44.
Okay.
For the 2 attacks. So you take a total of 12, halved to 6. So you take 6 lightning damage. Oh my god. Okay. Let me add these into my notes. So that was already did that, so that's another 11. Okay. It's gonna be interesting. Hold on.
Zach, how's this thing looking?
Really fucking hurt right now. Give me just
you know what?
Actually.
Because unless I can't rip that seal and I have to wait for something.
Big ups to me on the rolls. Good job, GM. Just gonna praise the luck of the Dungeon Daddy rolls there. Okay. My cool monster doesn't die. You guys see Volt, this thing brings its shield up as it's like a little slow now that you guys have weakened it to turn around to face you, and you just like bat the shield away and just fucking slam this axe into its chest. The chest panel splits open and like you see the hard wiring all like sparking and breaking apart. You rip the axe out and you bring it from the other side and you just put a big X in this thing's body, and it like drops to a knee, and you see the lights start flickering like on and off.
Hell yeah.
And they go like massively bright red.
Oh, no.
You're trying to pop the seal.
I'm gonna break that seal.
What is the max amount of damage you can do with the seal?
The max total that I can do with this, I believe, is 12.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. There's a possibility this thing doesn't get to do its final thing if you roll high enough. Okay, cool. It's okay. It happens. You see the seal breaks. You see it like shoulder, like the red energy reappears out of its shoulder, and you see like a panel just blast off. It doesn't seem to like react at all. It's a little focused. You see the eyes glowing bright red, and they get like brighter and brighter and brighter, and there's like an aura coming off of this thing, of this red light, like the flashing of an emergency kind of thing. That is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Everyone, Jesus Christ. Everyone except for Wally and Oz, I need to give me dexterity saving throws.
So a quick question.
Yes.
And this is like, I don't think this is even something that is a rule that is allowed to happen.
Okay.
If I jump in cover in front of Boris to like hug him, will this prevent him from being hit by this?
You are a quarter of the size of Boris. Absolutely not.
Never mind then. All right. Well, the thought crossed my mind.
He's not a gnome or a halfling. Absolutely not.
I had the same thought, but different.
For Matt?
Am I big enough to block Matt?
You were big enough to block Matt. It is not a guarantee. I'd say you could try.
You know what? Screw it. I don't care my size. I'm going to do it anyways.
You're going to still get in front of Boris?
I'm still going to get in front of Boris. And be like, no!
Okay. Just like impede his dexterity thing.
A whole Piccolo Gohan situation.
Yeah.
But instead of being the big one on the
here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'll say. Here's what I will say, Rox. You take disadvantage, and I will let Steven reroll his save.
All right.
Go for it. Steven, go ahead and reroll your dex save.
God damn it.
Okay. Fantastic.
Roll today.
Cool. Okay, just so I gotta move you guys so I can see your hit points here, because there's a possibility a lot of you fucking go down.
Dead, dude.
Okay.
I go down. There's no fucking way I stay up.
Okay. Again, I want to be fully transparent. I'm turning off GM rolls. He does a nuke when he dies. That is like shrapnel and electricity flying in all directions for 1d12 of damage. There's a possibility that all of you go down besides Inanis.
And before you roll,
yeah.
Even if we succeed, I will be taking whatever half of that is, right?
No, this is save or save or bust. Now, what I will say. Inspiration? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to use my
You
inspiration
absolutely
because
can.
I am not
That
sticking
now one,
with that
baby.
one.
Yeah, okay, go for it. 23.
Oh, thank God.
Absolutely.
Holy
Okay,
God.
so 7, 5, and 12 all fail. So the Inanis and Ditch both succeed. So Ditch, you dive behind the wall. I'll even move you, give you some free movement here. You get there, you take cover, you're good. Inanis, you fucking
just great sword in the middle.
Yeah,
and
just
duck
fucking
behind.
put the sword up, brace it with your arm. All the shrapnel like blast into your sword. You're okay. Volt, Boars, and Matt, you guys don't have any cover. I've turned off GM rolls. 7 damage.
I'm unconscious.
You all watch
dang it.
as Volt, you are thrown backwards. You slam into the wall and like hunch over. You're still standing. Boars, you take a massive gear to the gut and just crumple in half and go down with it. And Matt, basically a large spring busts out and busts you over the head as you drop to the ground unconscious. Okay, we're gonna stay in initiative because 2 members are unconscious, and I'm not just gonna have everybody swarm heal them. So no legendary actions, thankfully. Boars, death saving throw, please. GM roll before you roll that, please.
Yep.
GM roll, thank you. Okay. Oz. You hear a massive explosion. You see shrapnel and metal and electricity blast over the cover you've taken. And you hear like a thud as a massive dragon body slams into the stone.
Yeah, I'm going to. How much movement do I have?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Unless you have a feet or something that extends that.
Oh God, I don't know where, because I can't see where.
Yep. I will say I'll do this to help out with vision of what's going on, and I'll say Volt is here.
Oh, I can't see that if you clicked for me.
I was just moving people to where they're actually standing.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair, if you take that 5-foot step, you'd be able to see everyone anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can walk out and then
Clear out.
going for the rest of the time.
There's a reason. Let me get
Let's
there.
all
Okay.
relax, okay? How about I do my movement and you all shut the fuck up?
It's my turn. It's not.
Get him,
Wally's
Alex.
turn.
Get him.
I'm for trying to help you.
Fuck him up, Alex. Get him.
So I'm gonna. So as soon as the blast happens, Oz is just gonna like immediately run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm gonna shout a healing word at Matt.
Okay, sweet.
Like he came around the corner looking for Matt.
Yeah.
And nobody else.
He said, "There's an explosion. Let me find the small child."
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you regain 12 hit points.
Huge.
As you regain consciousness, you feel the warm, wet blood that is all on your face slowly start to rescend and go back up into the wound.
Yeah, oh, and since it's a healing word,
what is the word?
Matt, no!
No, the O's come out of Oz's mouth. I truly want to see somebody someday play a bard that is just straight out of like a comic book or a cartoon, where like they're what is it? Vicious Mockery is just comic book onomatopoeias where it's just pow, clap. That's vicious mockery.
That's awesome.
Cool. So, Matt, you regain consciousness.
Okay.
That happens.
Okay.
Oh, and I guess I have a bonus action.
You do. Yeah.
That's a mighty
I believe healing word is a bonus action. Oh, nice rocks.
Okay.
Is that a water bottle? Ooh. I respect it. I should get one of those.
Yeah. Question. Bardic Inspiration, does that apply to death saves?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, even though Healing Word is only a bonus action, I can only cast one spell a turn, right?
Correct, unless it's a cantrip. So if you have a cantrip action, you could do that.
Okay. Nope. Yeah, I mean that's all I got then.
Okay, sweet. That is Matt. I was gonna say death save, but you're up. So it is your turn, Matt.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I believe is the coolest thing my class can do. So,
okay. Let's hear it.
And it sucks that Wally's not here, but it sucks to suck sometimes.
Yeah,
so
sure does.
I am going to reach into my backpack and get a potion of healing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast a spell slot to enchant the potion.
Hell yeah.
With the effect called Splash, where I can turn a consumable potion into a blast potion, which is like the ones that you can throw on the ground. And then I'm going to smash the potion onto the ground.
Son of a bitch.
That's sick.
Potion grenades are a thing? What?
They are when you bring some homebrew fuckery, yeah. God. See, here's the problem with homebrew, right? Because I read through shit, and I'm like, this sounds super fucking cool. This is dope. I double check. I make sure there's nothing like too crazy. And then Steven's just smarter than I am and just says, you fool, but the claws.
To be fair, like, there's a lot of situations where I'm like, dude, I can literally, I can go stab with my dagger, I guess.
I am super okay with this because multiple sessions I've been like, man, I feel bad for Steven. His like merchant stuff hasn't really like come into play. And then you just do AoE fucking healing grenades. So go fuck yourself. I don't care about your fucking stupid ass.
All right. And not to rub it in, but I can change the modifier on on a potion effect,
right?
To my charisma modifier. So instead of +2, it's +4. So it's like an extra 2 healing.
God.
So I believe a potion of healing is like 2d4 +2, right? So it's 2d4 +4. Great, dude. I can't roll to save my life, but
does
7 healing to everyone except Wally.
So wait, how far is it?
It's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, so not me. Cool.
You're right.
I'm hiding.
Yeah,
not you and not Wally. You're right.
But Volt, who's looking fucking hurt, and most importantly, the unconscious boars. Okay, so give me 2 seconds. I need to add something in to roll 20 real quick.
That's perfect. It gives me time to get water.
Hell yeah.
Wait, so it doesn't split the healing? It like applies it to
everyone? Seems like that's a good question, but I don't know.
Not that I want to nerf
no,
your
how
healing,
does
but
check,
my thought
is
is
just check the wording. What is it? What does it say?
It's still just a potion.
So I actually don't know. Okay, so there's the potion, and it just says the healing. Yeah, okay, so I don't know. It's a healing potion, but so here's what Splash says. A consumable potion that gains this effect may be used as a blast potion, and the targets in this area can willingly fail the saving throw.
Okay. And the thing you're using, the thing that allows you to give it Splash, what does that say? Does it specify healing in any way?
It does not. That's just me either making a potion or there's like a few things like in that thing where I can enhance a potion.
Okay. And it just says you can give it the splash quality?
Yep. And the splash or the blast quality, it says you You may also throw the potion at a point within 60 feet of you. Any creature within a 10-foot radius circle centered on that point must succeed a saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failure, the creature is subjected to the effects of the potion. The radius of the potion increases by 10 feet per level of the spell slot expended above first level.
We can we'll look into it later.
Okay.
If rules is written, it sounds like everybody gets the healing.
Well, so here's the thing: I feel like, well, no, because the damage potions are basically almost all blast by default.
Right.
So.
And what would make sense is the damage doesn't get split between the party. It's just everyone who gets hit by a damage spell takes that damage. Yeah. So I'm gonna say the same for healing, and we'll look at it later. I don't want to slow us down that much. That sounds fine. So 7 healing to everybody. Before the healing takes effect, Boris, you get slammed by this gear. Everything goes black. You don't regain consciousness technically, but in the darkness that is unconsciousness, you feel like chills running up your body. Like you can still feel your limbs even though you can't see anything or like perceive. You still feel these like icy chills run up your arms and your legs and like up your spine, like shakes your body a little. And you hear nothing verbally, but you hear the like wisps of sound as it's like as it goes past your ear. And it just sounds like if you were to stand outside in slightly strong winds, and then it kind of stops, just cuts to silence. Find me. And the healing takes effect. You snap conscious and are back with your allies.
Did I recognize the voice at all?
No, you did not.
Okay.
Cool. So Boris is now conscious. There's nobody dying on the battlefield at the moment. That is going to end initiative for now.
For now, oh Jesus!
All right, good session, guys.
Good job, hey you guys did it. Good job. Cool. So yeah, that is gonna end combat for now. This will work. I was shifting the music up. Okay. All right. You are all remain on the battlefield. Oz, you run over, you heal. Matt, you do your this like red mist just spreads in all directions, and all of you feel your wounds immediately start to close. Ditch, you hear the sound of movement as well as a little bit of conversation as like everybody starts to rejoin each other, and you feel like, okay, I think I'm okay. What would the 7 of you like to do? I will say, Ditch, you have the highest perception passively. I'm not even gonna like ask anybody else. I know it's Ditch. Did you hear muffled shouting and crashing sounds deeper inside the bathhouse?
So is that deeper as in I don't know how far out zoomed you are. Are you meaning like out this way?
I'm gonna say it literally sounds like on the other side of the wall you're on, like this direction.
Okay, and is this the same
bathhouse
wall that wall that's on the other side? That's where we went out last time, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I'm gonna actually, Boris, it looks like you were gonna say something first. You go, and then I'll go.
Oh, I was gonna say Boris' first thing is hop up and chase after wherever the hex went.
Yep. So Ditch is gonna kind of like, you're gonna see him after he took that pummeling with that flail on his back shoulder. He's coming out. His arm is just like limp, and he's holding his side. He's gonna come out and say, "It sounds like Deacon's on the other side of the wall, or someone's on the other side of the wall. There's yelling going on behind us where we went out last time. So I don't know if we want to try to hustle, or those that can hustle try to go and see what's going on."
If you do, just be careful that when they break through, they don't think that you're the one they're after.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
As it says that, he coldly just starts going that direction.
Cool. All right, so Boris is heading that direction. He's heading that direction. Ditch, you're looking that direction. Matt, Oz, Wally, and Volt.
Volt lets out a breath and downsizes. Yeah. And then he's going that direction too.
I'm glad you did it of your own volition because I wasn't going to let you fit through the doorways.
Yeah, he already knows it was hard enough to get through those when he was normal size.
All right. So the armored 3 are heading that way. What are the civilian 4 doing?
I am staying right next to Volt. As
Okay.
close as possible.
You just like scurry behind Volt.
Yep.
Okay. Oz, Wally, Ditch.
Which way did Deacon leave?
Deacon, you saw ran this way.
That is the opposite way of the sound?
Well, so the sound's here, but you also know that this hallway like does something like this. So.
Okay. So, all right. I'll follow, but I don't want to be like right on the heels. Okay. I want to kind of hang back a little bit.
You want to hang back just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be like next to Wally, and as we are walking, I'm gonna cast a first level Cure Wounds
on Wally.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So 10 healing points to Wally.
And
then Ditch. Yeah. Go ahead.
Would Ditch know about his ability to do a message spell? Because last time when I tried to do it, it was Trenton using the hey, I want this to be a fun moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he knows he can do that yet.
I would say you do in a sense, if that makes sense. Like who are you trying to send a message to?
I was going to see if I could point my hand towards where I heard and see if I could try to send a message to Deacon.
Okay. God, now I have to remember the exact verbiage of message and the range.
So you point a finger towards a creature within range.
Mm-hmm.
The range is 120 feet.
Yeah.
And then only they can hear it. They can reply. Spell can go through solid objects. If you're familiar with the target and know it's beyond a barrier.
I'll say
magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and a thin sheet of lead and or 3 feet of wood blocks the spell. So I don't know how thick that wall is.
Right, but I believe it also states that it'll go around things if it can still reach.
That
might be a different
have to
spell.
follow a straight line. It can follow freely around corners or through openings.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is the last time I used it, it ended up randomly going to Oz when he was disguised.
God. Yeah, you're trying to do who are you messaging?
Right, but he never replied to me. So
correct.
I don't know that it actually, I just said it,
you
not knowing. I was gesturing and did it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know that he could do that yet.
So how are you trying to talk to Deacon then?
I'm not. That's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Ditch isn't aware that he can do that yet.
Yeah.
Is what I'm asking. I don't think he would remember. I mean, obviously he can't remember it. So I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to cast it if he couldn't know he could do it.
Here's what I'll say. I think, and this is how we're we have to work with Ditch to get both the cool backstory stuff and mechanics in play. We kind of have to just like wheel and deal some stuff. So my thought would be that Ditch wouldn't know why, but Ditch would talk to himself a lot. And that would be Ditch subconsciously or muscle memory.
Like thinking about it.
He would have a thought about Deacon and reflexively would say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that actually is pretty. See, this is why you're a DM. You think of this shit. Ditch, as we're walking, I'm going to be following everybody too, but probably at a slower pace because he's fucking hurt.
You fall back with like Oz and Wally.
Yeah. Okay. Limping along, and he's gonna, without thinking about it, he's just gonna kind of mumble or think to himself like, "God, I wonder if Deacon caught up to Hex or whatever his name is now that we're on our way."
Okay. Sick.
Yep.
Okay. Sick. Give me a.
I'd like to cast Cure Light Wounds on him too.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah. Ditch, give me an intelligence check.
An intelligence check. I can do that. And thank you, Oz. Nice. I am no longer limping and holding my side in pain.
Now he's just limping.
You said intelligence?
Yes, just a raw intelligence check, please.
Raw intelligence. 16.
Okay, sweet. You all start to move. I'm going to say, again, like getting to this takes a little longer as we go through each person, but I'm going to say you're all moving at kind of the same speed here. And as like Boris is going through the door, you're all kind of making that curve. You hear back, Ditch, a voice speaks to you, seemingly out of nowhere. A voice appears in your brain and he goes, got him in the training room down the hall. See you soon.
And as he hears that, he'll kind of look over to Oz, look over to Wally, and be like, did you guys just hear that?
I'm gonna cast another cure on him.
I'm gonna heal him some more. He has brain trauma.
Oz, I didn't get hit in the head.
You take
didn't
another
just hear
8
that?
healing.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the concern. Seriously, you didn't just hear Deacon.
No.
The fuck is going on?
Uh,
how far away are? Go ahead. Sorry.
Actually, I mean, I've been around. Like, do I know about message even though I don't do?
Here's the thing, right? Like, you're aware of magic, right? You know that there are spells that allow one person to communicate with another person through distances. I would argue your friend being like, oh God, I just got the living shit kicked out of me. Now I'm hearing things. Your first thought's probably not going to be like, oh, my friend has innate magical abilities. It's going to be like, okay, buddy, let's get you some ice, you fucking old man who just got the shit kicked out of him.
He's not that old.
Yeah. Like, I think there's generally been some information that you're kind of like starting to wonder about Ditch in general. But this one moment probably wouldn't go, oh, he just received a message.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, let's just keep going this way. We'll talk about this later.
We'll get you some soup.
As he's trying to like dote on me and like tell me I'm a crazy, like decrepit, dying old man. How far away is the other group in front of us?
They're probably only about 15 feet ahead of you.
And who's in front?
It is, I believe, in order. It is Boars, Inanis, Volt, Matt, and then about 10 feet after that is the 3 of you.
It's us. Not knowing where it came from, but just knowing like, okay, that wasn't coincidence. Because I recognize that it was
you heard Deacon's
voice, right? I'm gonna yell up at Boris. I'm just Boris, training room down the hall.
And Boris takes off on a run.
Hell yeah. Boris, you pick up your speed a little bit. Hard to run in a tight space like this. You're a big fucker, so you're kind of like brushing against walls again. Like you moved through this place last time pretty methodically, so you're able to like go sideways. Now you're like knocking crates out of the fucking way. Yeah, you're just kicking shit out of your way. So Boris, I will move for you here, and I'll move everybody so you can kind of see the path here. You basically boop 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 boop, and then you hear the sound coming from in here. Inanis, you follow behind Boars. Gotta run this way, and you're here. I'm gonna say, Boars, you probably step forward a little bit as everyone runs in. Okay, Volt would have been next. You run down this hallway, and then you're probably in here next to Inanis.
Zach.
Yes.
Because of the condition of Inanis, I'd probably either be side by side with Boars or in front of him. I don't think I'd be behind
I would say
him.
you guys all kind of like stagger in together. Only because, like, if any of you go to charge forward, we'll deal with that in a second. But I'm saying as you guys all kind of funnel in, you are all, like, taking a position inside the room. And I'll even say you probably get one more forward just so I can move the other 3 in here and kind of hug this back wall, since they probably wouldn't. Unless you guys want to stand somewhere else. This is me just moving you all rapidly, so we don't have to be like, oh, I checked this room, and then I checked this room, and then I checked this room.
Are they like actively fighting right now?
I'll describe that as we finish. Okay, I got everybody in. I could have just moved Amber. She's not at her desk. Okay, so Boars, Inanis, Volt, the 3 of you who are like kind of the break in front here. What you see as you enter in is you see a bleeding Hex kind of slumped against the wall, still standing, like leaning against it for support, like multiple blood spots all over their torso. You see cuts along their arms, one across their cheek, multiple like shallow wounds that don't seem to be deadly. And in front of them, standing with one long blade, like it looks like kind of a rapier, but more of a thicker blade. So it's kind of like a very elegant handled longsword almost. And then in the other hand is an identical blade, but pitch black, and shadowy wisps are coming off of it. And he is standing, a sword in each hand at his side, like standing in front of Hex. And as you all move in, as you're moving down the hallways, you kind of hear muffled shouting, and you can't really make out what's going in. But as you like push this door open, as it's kind of half on its hinge, swinging open, you catch the end of a sentence. And you hear Deacon yelling, "You betrayed me." And at this, he like slashes at Hex again, and again another cut like forms on his chest, and he like staggers backwards. "I did what I had to. You were weak. You abused my trust. You abused the trust of the Order." And you see at this, he like looks over his shoulder and he makes eye contact, kind of with the three of you in the front, one at a time. He looks across the row and looks at each of you, and he goes, "Well, I've told you once and I've told you again. Your actions have consequences."
I'm gonna start walking towards Hex.
Okay.
As he starts walking, Ionis is gonna subtly interdict Hex.
Interdict, like put a mark on him?
Put a mark on him. Yep.
Does it specify what is required to do that?
Nope.
It just says you can just
do nothing and just put it.
You can just think,
I can literally do nothing.
A thought puts a mark on somebody. Okay.
I just flavor it with a snap.
Yeah. No worries. Give me just a sec.
I would say, especially with like the state that Ionis is in right now, he knows he can just think it and it's there.
Yeah. Okay. That's all that. Okay, sweet. Yeah. You see, you start to move forward, Boars, and Deacon like whips a hand back and points the blade towards you. And goes, "Wait your turn, holy man."
I'm just gonna walk off to the side. Like I'm still gonna keep going forward, but like end up like here.
Okay. So you want to get like a flanking position on him, but you don't get like up on Hex.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like when he points the sword at me, I'll
give him
his time. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, you're fine. You move there. Yeah, you see like he doesn't put the blade down. By the way, he like follows you with it, and is like holding it out towards you. If you're on his right, it's the shadow sword. It's the wispy shadow blade.
I assume if I pop Divine Sense, that's the one I'm looking for.
It would absolutely be the one you're looking for.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's holding that out towards you. And you see he looks back at Marcus. "I don't know what to do with you, son. You don't. Do I let him take you?" And he motions towards you, Boris. "Do I let that one arrest you? Do I kill all 7 of them and take you home? Have you earned that?" You see Marcus like grins his teeth.
"I vote not the last one."
"You don't need to kill them for me. Kill them for Francis." You see Deacon kind of whips his hand, and the sword in his right hand disappears, and he like leans over and kind of puts his hands on his knees. He goes, "I can't do this again with you, Marcus. Your brother's death was a tragedy. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. It was his fault." And you see Marcus like slaps Deacon across the face. He like pushes off the wall and slaps him across the face. He just takes it. "He was working with the Abbots. You know he was. He took their blood money against my direct orders. He brought it upon himself. Work outside of the order draws attention. It brings them after us. And again, he points at you, Boris. Is that what you want? No. All right. Well. Come. And you see he brings Marcus in, kind of holds his head against his shoulder, and he goes, "It's going to be okay, Marcus."
Well, I mean, that's really a matter of opinion. I mean, I have him for arson, destruction of property, at least one terrorism charge with the explosives, murder of a family, whether they're guilty or not of other crimes.
You see Deacon looks over his shoulder and he looks at Enonis and he nods his head and he looks at you, Volt, and he goes, "Like I said, it'll be okay." And he pushes his blade through Marcus's chest.
As he pushes the blade through his chest, Enonis's eyes glare, and whatever he was gonna do adds onto it.
Oh, you're gonna pop your. Okay,
I'm gonna pop it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say he was on like 2 hit points. He just extra dies.
Extra dies.
What I will say, Enonis, is that you pop that as this person is dying, and you feel not like power grow or anything, but you feel a connection with that death. Like you feel like, okay, I was a part of that death.
I was a part of that death.
Yeah, like there's a weird sensation that only like someone in your power could understand, but there's like a link real fast of like, nope, I helped.
Yes.
Okay.
That achieves what I was hoping for.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, you see Marcus kind of hunches over at the waist as he goes limp and is only being supported by Deacon holding his head. And then moves his arm and pulls his blade, and Marcus flops to the side, dead. Flicks his blade, gets the blood off of it, and begins running a kind of a handkerchief over the metal.
Marcus's blade isn't anywhere, is it?
You do not see a blade.
Okay, well, I'm gonna...
Okay.
He does turn and look at you, Boris. He goes, "What?"
You know what I need.
Unless you're taking mine, I'm afraid you're leaving empty-handed.
I'll take the body.
It won't do you any good. The boy wasn't. He wasn't like his brother.
He's who I was sent after.
Do you need the whole thing?
I mean, they'd prefer the whole thing. Why?
I make it a point to bury my people, but you take Marcus and you bury this with your church. If they come looking for me or any of my friends, I will burn it to the ground. We've coexisted for a very long time. No war has started yet, and I'd like to keep it that way.
You took care of the kid, so it's the least I can do.
You see he sheathes the blade and he reaches a hand out to you, Boris.
I'll shake his hand.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yep, I figured that was a thing.
I'd also like to do an insight check
on who?
On Deacon.
Okay, go for it. Boris, you make contact with Deacon's hand, and in a fraction of a second, you snap back to that blackness. You hear the wind again. Find me. And it all, like, immediately you're back looking at Deacon's face, and he stares at you, and he, like, cocks his head a little bit, and he goes,
He's seeing you around, Deacon, and I'm gonna grab the body and walk out.
All right. You go. You grab. Do you over shoulder, underarm, just for flavor? I'm curiosity on my part.
Over shoulder.
Okay. You just over your shoulder. Oz. What were you trying to deduce? What were you trying to figure out?
I was just suspicious of the way that he wanted to keep the body.
Okay. Yeah. It's unclear. He seems to be in a very emotionally charged state right now, so there's not really any reading of like intent there. It's just he's emotional. Boars, you go to leave. You see Deacon turns around to the rest of you and kind of takes a much more like shoulders roll back and he like slouches a little bit. And he goes, well, that sucked. I owe the set. And Boris, you leave the room and he goes, 7. 6 of you an apology. I was not 100% forward with our last conversation. Marcus was not an apprentice, but under my tutelage, for a lack of a better term, as well was his brother. Smart, gifted child, creative, as you can, and he points to the left, very good at making what he put his mind to. His brother, on the other hand, angry and susceptible to influence, as are many people in my order. But not an excuse for his actions and for the actions his brother has taken against you. That was not my commands, I assure you, and I'll do anything in my power to clean up his mess. He acted out of anger and by himself before he turned other members of my order against their commands. The best I can do is offer my sincere apology, and if you are curious or concerned about anything, I can do my best to ease those concerns.
The moment he says that, Ioannis, I'm assuming, yeah, because Boris is gone, Ioannis is kind of the one that steps forward in front of him.
Okay.
And says, apologies are just words, and those aren't the words I want to hear. When we first met, you told me that you couldn't talk to someone who you couldn't look in the eyes. Well, here I stand in front of you, ready to talk, because you know more than you were willing to tell me. More than maybe I know myself.
Ioannis, first of all, welcome to the light. It's good to see you. Secondly, I know much, much more than you do. But you knew that. And it takes a wise man to ask for help when he doesn't know the answer to a question. So I respect you for that. But the answers I have for you are probably a little long-winded for such a place as this. So, it is not a no, it is at a later date. Let us find a time where we can sit and fully discuss what I know. Does that work for you?
Swear it to me.
You see, he reaches out a hand. On my life.
No. Your life is not what I desire. Swear on your people that you will be honest and that you will help one who has helped you.
On every soul that is under my care.
Unfortunately, including the one that just got lost. And I'll shake his hand.
You shake his hand. He frowns. Indeed.
And then I'll kind of give him the handshake into a hug.
Yeah,
and I
pull him in.
Yeah, I'm truly sorry for your loss.
You see, he pats you on the back and goes, thank you, friend. Yeah.
If we could have kept him alive,
it would have been more trouble down the road. His soul was angry. His mind was angry, and it infected him.
Well,
it was
at least
peace.
Now he can rest.
Indeed. You see, he kind of turns to you as he steps forward, so you're kind of side by side at this point. Yeah. Looks at the rest of you. Who else? I have mended one bridge. I hope to mend 5 more before I leave here today.
Well, Some makes me doubt you can really do anything for me.
Yes. I have some influence over the Steel Knights, not nearly enough for my liking, but I can. And he looks at you and he's like, I can probably get the murder charges dropped, or at least polluted enough in hearsay and rumor to keep them from straight out arresting you. However, as a knight, your reputation is everything, and yours, my friend, will most likely not recover. Knighthood may not be in your future. Volt, you've had a good career. They probably won't take your severance. You will probably still get retirement.
What happens to me, I'm not really concerned. What's important is that Inanis is cleared.
Yes, I can put the wrap, as it were, on Marcus. A scorned brother trying to avenge his own family takes it out on those associated with his death or who he perceived to be associated. There are links that will go back to you, but not in any guilt. Unfortunately, most of your names will have to be reported to fully bury this without further investigation.
All of our names?
That's not gonna work for me.
I can falsify what I can, and I can mislead where I can, but like I said, it is a choice. Your true names, which they will then bury in the report and may look further into depending on who you are, or I can lie, put false names, and if something doesn't add up down the road, they may come looking anyways. They won't know who to look for, but someone at some point will probably come looking for you.
And I'll kind of back up Deacon on this. It also doesn't help that at the very beginning of this whole investigation, Volt did take your names. If random names show up, they're gonna know.
Yeah, I never submitted those.
Smart man.
Never had a chance. I haven't been to a Steel Knight outpost since you and me got put on this job.
Well then,
I doubt I'll be returning in any official capacity after this whole debacle anyways.
Right.
But if you can clear Inanis' names, that's good enough for me. And Volt just turns around and heads toward the door.
Very well. That is doable. You see he looks at the four of you in the back of the room. You four seem to be more detached from this. Not in a effort sense, but in a circumstance sense, which is frustrating for a man in my position. Two of them had signed up for this job, and the other devotes his life to this cause, and they meet with these events quite often in their lives, unfortunately. The four of you had disaster forced upon you, and I'm sorry. Just
Oz.
Fortunately, Marcus did not have a chance to be as spiteful as he wished. There is a satchel in the conference room with multiple vials I think you'll be interested in. Those are yours for the taking, as you did pay for them.
Yep.
Well, it sounded to me when we met the wizard like Balram is involved in this.
You stupid old man. You went and
So I'm
saw.
out of a job is the thing. Also out of a home.
Right. And it appears knowing far more than you should. Yirikaz, you stupid bear.
I'll work for the wizard if there's a position open. That works for me.
Yirikaz does not take apprentices, or hasn't since the last one went mad. However, like I said, I want to amend as many bridges as I can. I have connections. I can find rooming and board for you. I know other arcane inclined individuals who would be happy to share their wisdom. You all still have, and he manifests a business card in between his fingers. He goes, a few of you should own a couple of these, if I'm not mistaken. This is our key. This gets us into our areas of unscrupulous activity, if you will. They also, and you see he places it in his palm and lets it sit there, and it begins to float, and it spins, and eventually one of the corners glow red and stop, and they point a direction. He goes, operates as like a compass. It can lead you to hideouts of ours. Find one of these, ask for me, or give my name, and they should be able to aid you in anything we are willing to part with. We're not quite as supplied and profitable as other families or organizations, but we do our best, and we give what we can to those who need it.
Question really quick. Wally may not have been as to the point, but it seems like Ballroom is associated with your order. Is Ballroom alive still? We spent a long time searching rubble.
Ballroom is a contractor, if you will, associated, assistful, not present in our current mission. I haven't spoken with him in 8 years, and I haven't seen him in probably twice that. But from what I've heard of your shop's destruction, there are hideouts he would use that I have access to, and there are people I can speak with to see if they've heard from him. Yes. To answer your question directly, and he looks back at you, Wally, I don't know if he lives or died that day, but I can help you find out.
Thank you. The only other thing that I would have to ask is any information that the boy had on us. Does it die with him?
I wish I could say it did. Most of his information was gathered from my archives, my libraries. These are open to select members of my organization whom I trust. He managed to slip in and steal what was needed for some of the information. Some he took clues and pieced it together. He was quite good at deducing riddles and solving puzzles. However, again, leading him in the direct direction of y'all is my fault. However, I cannot destroy this information. It is, again, vital to me. How
It's the organization, right?
At times.
Tracks.
I can assure you that the measures in which this information is secured has been amplified and is being tested rigorously as we speak. So it should not hopefully fall into any other hands besides mine.
So all of that information he had on us came from your archives. Most likely.
He, as I said, had connections and a good brain. He was able to figure out some of it and use my information to fill in the blanks. Yes.
How would we know if any of the is there any way to tell any of the documents or photos or anything he would have shown to us came from your archives? Is there any way to tell?
You could show them to me, and I could tell you there is no, I don't know, sigil on any of them. That would be a bit obvious for a secret organization. I could answer any questions you have, and if I know, then that most likely means it came from my archives.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Wally.
Does your secret organization have a name?
Yes, it should be. And he points again at like the business cards. It's on our card. We're pretty proud of it. Oh, well, to be fair, I guess it's not spelled out. And he kind of forms another card and turns it to face you with the gray lantern on it. And he says, "We are the Gray Light."
Everything in Noximbres is gray light.
You see our point.
Gray with an A or an E?
With an E.
Okay, thank you.
There is no one in the organization named Gray, unfortunately. Good marketing.
Yeah. Yet.
There's still time.
Can you answer me 2 questions?
I can do my best.
Marcus claimed that said something that I don't know if it's true, if he was trying to get a jab at me or if it was something that was truthful. And I don't know if he would know if he was still under your watch when it happened. He claimed I tried to wipe or change his memory. Do you know if that's true?
I cannot confirm 100% whether you did or someone did. I do know that there were talks of him in one of his fits of rage, I guess is the best way to describe it. He rambled and screamed about someone trying to erase a memory of his, and he was thankfully quick enough and studious enough to record the information in a non-mental capacity. And mostly he was mentally fortified enough through both training and natural talent that it appeared to have not taken 100%.
So if his memory did get wiped, he may have just assumed it was somehow me.
It would most likely lead to, if his paranoia, yes. If someone or something had altered his thoughts and he was already looking for you, then he would assume you had caught on to his activities and tried to stop him. Again, unfortunately, I cannot confirm if he was delusional or if something did affect him.
How about these? And Ditch is gonna, take his notebook out and he's gonna take out the 2 photos. I think I have both.
Yeah.
Of the canal and the burnt building, and he'll hold them both up. Did these come from your archives?
You see, he reaches out to take them.
He'll walk closer and not hand them to him, but flip them so he can see.
And then hold them up so you can actually see him. Cool. So he gets the message and pulls his hand back and leans in. He looks at the canal one and he goes, "This was a crime scene 2 months back. No body was found. We assumed they murdered in place and moved it to a disposal site."
You said, keep going, sorry.
And then he points to the other one. He goes, "This bit older. This was 8-9 months ago, maybe longer. I don't keep straight records. This was a business, and you see everyone who's watching Deacon's face, give me an insight check.
Does that include me?
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. This is a save on Deacon's part. Yes.
And just to clarify, you said the building was 8 to 9 months ago?
Yes. Yeah, he said it seemed to be about 8 to 9 months ago. Okay. Okay, that's really good. So you see, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? This actually is a good point for me to remember to do this. Switch us back to the other scene. And stretch us back out.
No, like the music that's playing with me right now is so tense. Holy shit.
Cool. You see he pauses for a moment. Let me look at your rolls because I was busy moving some stuff around. Okay, that works out. Ditch, you notice this. You see as he's trying to remember something and can't quite seem to put his finger on the thought. Right. And he goes, this was some type of establishment. I can't recall what type. It was a business of some sort in the slums. Seemed to be arson of some kind. No natural strikes of lightning were recorded this night, and we didn't appear to be associated with anything else in the area. We assume it was a purposeful attack on the business.
2 last questions.
Yes.
1, how the hell did you talk in my head?
You talked in mine. I responded.
No, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about?
You give me just a second. Actually, let me double check. You can do this. Okay. Yeah. No. You see, he pauses and like looks at you like you're crazy. And he goes.
I already had one person look at me like I'm crazy. I know that look.
I in my defense, my incantations are a bit more natural to me as a gift, not a practice. But your friend here, and he points at Wally and goes, "You should know all about this. This is studied arcane magic. You're channeling."
And you'll see Ditch kind of like, you just see the gears turning, and he's doing the whole like the math equation meme like that. And
can I roll, or do I just know about message?
I'm saying it's a cantrip, and you heard speaking in minds. Yeah, I would say you probably know message.
So you spoke in his head and he spoke in yours. Sounds like message to me.
I have no. Okay, that's new.
I clapped Ditch on the back. You got magic, man.
Okay then. That kind of explains some weird things that were happening. You know, the whole weird, I reached out and tried to grab a robot with a lightning thing. That wasn't just me like imagining that in my head. Okay. I think, Wally, you and I need to have a little bit more talking, because I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Talking is good. Explore what is unknown.
And that being done, you'll see Ditch, after having that, his face goes completely deadpan.
Mm-hmm.
You said they on that first photo.
They what?
Who's they? When I showed you, this may have just been a faux pas. I don't know.
Yeah.
When I showed the photo of the canal, it sounded like Deacon was saying that crime scene investigation.
Yeah.
That there was no body found, they would have taken it to a disposal site.
Oh, gotcha. You see, he like pauses for a moment, concerned as much as Zach, or confused as much as Zach was, and he goes, "They," in the royal sense of, obviously, it wasn't suicide. There'd be a body. if someone murdered someone else and there's no body there, you would assume the murderer moved the body. It didn't just get up and walk. And he pauses.
Ditch is going to try
Yeah.
to keep a deadpan face, just not like any. I don't know if you want me to roll deception.
No,
on that,
no.
but-
This is him merely like doing thought jumps. He's not like inciting anybody or anything. He's just like, oh, that's a possibility I'd never considered. And he goes, walked away. Huh. Okay. Well, I hope that was satisfactory in terms of information.
So far, it is.
I make my business in trading information, so I'm glad I could be of use.
If you come across anything about either of those two photos, and Ditch will kind of look at him again, and you'll see it. He just takes a good 30 seconds trying to decide, and he'll just he's going to hand both of them.
He takes them.
If these will help in research trying to find anything, I would very much be interested in anything you can find.
Well, the canal was actively being researched before Marcus stole some information from me. No headway was being made, unfortunately. But I will be sure not to bury it just yet.
I appreciate that.
The fire, unfortunately, is what we refer to as gone cold. No witnesses recall the business. No witnesses saw anything. Scrounging up information on that has been difficult to say the least.
Does your organization investigate crimes or
Ones that pertain to us and ones that we feel we could either benefit from the solving of or benefit from those involved? It is not all for the greater good, as it were. We are not fully selfless. We do have our own ambitions and our own goals as a group. But we do what we can for those who can't, and we try and do right by the city. Very well. Unless anyone else. And he looks down and he goes, Mr. Jones?
I have nothing.
Unfortunately, that is quite true. You and your corner, am I right, Mr. Jones?
Holy shit.
Mr. Jones.
You see Deacon kind of drops down on his knee and he looks at you face to face. He gets on your level, Matt. And he looks at you dead in the eyes and he goes, I won't say I know your circumstances. Everyone's existence is different. But I know rejection and I know dejection. And blood is nice. Blood is powerful. It is not your only family, Matt Jones. And often, it isn't your best one either. He puts a hand on your shoulder, Matt. Do well, Matt Jones.
I plan to.
Stands up. Right. Unfortunately, Marcus has left me with quite a mess. And you see he looks, I'll say Ditch and Wally, you probably catch this. He looks up into a corner of one of the rooms where you would believe the moon to be right now. And he goes, the time is running short on our conversation as that battle was not necessarily the quietest. And this place was already being investigated as the last event that took place here. So, best of luck to and he kind of takes a scan, 5 of you. and I truthfully hope to see you again. And he stands up and he walks out the room.
I follow. Actually, yeah, no, I follow.
Okay.
The 5 of us.
Volta and Boris have left.
Yeah.
Right. Volt left. I missed
Yeah,
that part.
Volt walked out as well.
Right.
I was like, who's he dissing?
Now,
Dang.
the better question
I am
is,
just leaning against the wall where I am.
okay.
All the
I put that away so I could see the stream, but this is good for me to know. Okay, cool. And then Boars, you left first, so this is relatively important. You going home?
Yeah, I was gonna go like back out through everyone was kept, and
Gotcha.
try to get one of the bags, like the IVs that they were hooked up to.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. The thing that was keeping them unconscious.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna take one of those.
Okay. So you take the unconscious IV drip, the sleep IV, and then you're leaving.
Yeah, in the body. Yeah, and I'm gonna go get the church boat and go back to the church.
All right, cool. You hop in the dinghy. You're bailing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You head out.
Was the dinghy near the turbulent horizon?
No. So if you recall, the dinghy, the turbulent horizon is out in the lake.
Right.
You guys took the dinghy into this the bathhouse.
Yeah. So
No, don't change now. Take the dinghy.
No,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Leave them stranded. Yeah.
Hit it with that same attitude.
What?
Yeah. Keep that energy.
I'll leave them a note that I'll meet them at the boat later.
Okay.
And I'll take my dinghy.
Sorry about forcing you guys to swim. Be back later.
No, sorry. It's just
okay.
see you at the
Be
boat in a
back
few
later.
hours.
BBL. Hey, say what you want about Boris. He's consistent. Okay.
One track mind.
Boris, you head towards the church. We will finish on that because that's going to be a good wrap up, I think. Is there anything the other 6 of you would like to do in the bathhouse or while leaving the bathhouse?
Right before I left, I'll kind of like grab on the doorway, and at that moment, the red will fade. He's still oddly toned, like buff for some
Slightly
reason.
buffer than he was before. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll turn around to the 4 of them in there and go, "You guys are okay, right?"
Fine, okay.
Let me
shrug.
Let me correct that with a question. And like he doesn't even continue his like exit. He'll fully turn around and go, "Is there anything else I can help you with today?"
Do your job well.
I can promise I will do the best that I can for the good of the people.
Cool. Okay.
Ooh. Oz. When you say do your job well, and he gives you that response of like he'll do the best he can, you actually watch Inani start to approach you.
All right.
He's gonna fucking stab you, dude. Don't let him do it. Fucking fight him. You can take him off.
And as he like gets, he doesn't want to like get super face to face with you because he understands like kind of a
this is tense.
And just to be clear, like when I said like just do your job well, like I'm not like being like do your job well, motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
fucking idiot.
Are you saying that to me? Or are you saying that to Inanis?
No. Like,
he's clarifying the tone of his statement.
No. So as he's approaching, he gets within like a safe distance, and he puts out his right hand for a handshake.
I'm gonna shake it.
Good shit.
As you shake
Make a wisdom
Inanis'
save.
hand, not this time. As you shake his hand, the left hand kind of grabs the back of your hand, and he continues to shake and goes, "I'm sorry. I wanted to take a moment to tell you, regardless of the things that I said, Oz, You are a very, very worthy person. And I'm so grateful to have you by my side through this encounter.
I feel this.
He tries to hide a smile in a very bad way. It's like a kid trying to hide their excitement that you complimented them, and he's just like, "Thanks."
There's so much broken in this city. It's hard to believe it when you find something that is still standing.
Well, I can't guarantee that I'm not broken, but I once read of a ancient artisan technique where they would take broken pottery and they fixed it by utilizing gold and other fine metal minerals to just essentially not replace, but essentially show the beauty in the faults that we have in our cracks. So it's okay to be broken, but just don't let it shatter you, you know?
Try my best. And I can see that you do as well.
You just hear down the hallway. Are you guys done yet? I want to go back to my boat and go to sleep.
Oh, the surprise waiting for us.
Right. My only sanctuary.
Right.
Oh, dang it. Oh, I forgot to do this.
Okay.
We just hear Bolt from around the corner and we just all go,
right.
Fantastic. Cool. So, Inanis, Oz, Wally, Ditch, and Matt, you all meet up with Volt.
I get my bag of my goodies.
Oh, your medicines. Yes. Fantastic. Yeah, they're just sitting in the conference table. You see it's like been thrown and like spilled out. So you have to like grab a couple vials and like,
yeah,
and you're good to go. You head out. So don't have to answer now if you can't think of anything. This will carry over into next session. Essentially what we're going to do is a couple little wrap up items, and then we're going to move into downtime. So either right now, if we have the time to do it, we'll knock out some quick downtime stuff, or this is me telling you, hey, you have a week. Get me in private messages, you know, what you would like to accomplish over downtime, and we can start talking that stuff out over the week. But if nobody has anything pressing that they definitely want to get out in the open now, we're going to move to Boars. Okay. Boars. You place Marcus's body inside the dinghy. You row the grueling distance of the entire lake, probably the course of about an hour and a half, 2 hours of two-hand rowing this dinghy across pretty turbulent waters at night when the moon's out. As you push to the other side, to the church dock, you haul Marcus's body onto your shoulder. You grab your belongings, and you walk the probably about 30 minutes, probably a little less, like 20, 30 minutes, to the church. This point at night, I would say, because you guys got to the bathhouse midday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So it's about
we went there at noon.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like
2-ish. We got there.
It is evening, late evening, night of that same day. You weren't unconscious for too long. And yeah, so it's probably about 11 o'clock. Main gate is closed. You do know the side entrances would be open to permanent residents of the church, as well as there is a second side gate that would be used for like emergency civilian needs. But you go through, the employee only entrance. What do you do?
I'm taking the body to the ritual room.
Okay. I need you, so pretty low DC. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay. You walk into the church, no issue. You take the body of Marcus Bagwell to, you said, the ritual room?
Yep.
Okay. Do you beeline it or do you notify someone?
Probably go to probably have somebody let Brother Lynx know
Okay. Sweet.
that I had finished.
Yeah. So you acquire Mandrel links. And you take Marcus Bagwell's corpse to the altar. Takes a little bit. This is late and unexpected arrival. No word was sent ahead of time. It's a late hour, and it's several days after your departure. So they were not expecting you quite yet. But eventually, multiple Mandrels enter the room, led by Mandrel Lynx. You see a couple other acolytes kind of in their like studious phase, similar to you, but probably way earlier in the process, like in that same tier level, but like early on in it. They kind of come in as like seat fillers.
Seat fillers.
There we go. Yeah. Feet fillers. And also like kind of a learning opportunity. And everyone just kind of takes their positions. They all start taking seats and everything. You see Mandrel Lynx comes up to you. You have the body on the ground at this point? Or do you hold it?
I'd be holding it.
Okay. Yeah, you see Mandrel Lynx comes in. He like moves with you and he helps you like place the body down on the altar. You start doing the preparations that would be done ahead of time in most cases. And as you finish up the ritualistic prep, the room falls uncomfortably still and quiet. For about a minute, nobody breathes. The room gets so stoically quiet. In preparation, the door is opened by a blade of cane. You see an individual in almost pitch black armor with very few silver garnishing around his armor to kind of highlight very specific points. Opens the door, and in steps Father Rydell. Or you know this, but I'll just describe it for the audience here. Father Rydell is a human. He stands probably just under 6 foot while slouching. He's like kind of bent at the back, old, probably around like 5'11", 5'10". Decently long white beard that comes probably about 3 inches off his chin, and thin, streaky, long white hair. Beautifully like black silked robe with almost like pure silver rings around the wrists and down on his ankles as well. Hands kind of in a cross motion as he walks with a cane that kind of helps him as he steps forward. Bags under the eyes, kind of spotted skin showing his age drastically. And he walks to the altar with you, Boars. And you see as he steps up, he moves you on one side, Mandrel Lynx on the other. He kind of steps and stops about a foot away from the altar. And he looks down and he just stares at the body for a moment. The boy. He looks up at Mandrel Lynx and he goes, Well, this is embarrassing. And you see Mandrel Lynx looks at him confused. And he goes, The boy is tainted. But thankfully, not fully. never wielded the shadows, never allowed it to enter his soul. This is good. And he looks up at you, Boris, and he goes, this is good, son. While we always desire to remove the shadow from the city, it is a bright day when the shadow fails to corrupt someone as impressionable and young as this man.
I just wish we wouldn't have had to kill him for it.
Indeed. The death is always tragic when avoidable, but while it did not corrupt him, it was close. And even brushing against the shadow without grasping it is a dangerous, dangerous life, my son. Hopefully. And he looks, kind of stares deep into your eyes, Boris. Unfortunately, we'll never know because he died outside of our halls. But I pray, and you see everyone in the chamber immediately bows their heads, that his soul finds a host that will fully and with vigor reject the shadow in his next life. Amen. And they all amen, and they all raise their heads. But, as I said, a grazing touch is more than enough to leave a lasting impression. The ritual will continue. We can never be too safe when it comes to protecting our city. Isn't that right, Mandrel Boars?
It is. We must do everything to protect the city.
You see Mandrel Lynx takes a knee on the other side of the altar, and he looks up at you, Boars.
I'll take a knee as well.
Yeah, Father looks over at you as you fall to your knee. And he reaches behind his black robe, and he pulls out a very similar dagger. And you see Mandrel Lynx reaches back and grabs his. They all unsheath their daggers.
I will as well.
Boars, you pull yours out. And the ritual commences. The body of Marcus Bagwell is ritualistically purified by the Church of Cain, protecting it from any further corruption. Once the runic ceremony is complete, the audience leaves, the acolytes leave, and the extra mandrels who are not necessary for the process leave. And the body is lifted by Mandrel Lynx, who carries him into the secondary chamber and kind of starts heading that way. You see Father Idell looks at you, Boars, and he goes, my son, I know our codes and our text are written for reason, and words have power. But do not think just because this boy was not fully corrupted that his capture is any less vital and important to our mission. You've done good, my son. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Father.
He nods. He goes, now. He kind of rolls his shoulders, cracks his neck. You hear a very audible, old man, creak.
Yum.
For the part I look forward to the least. But fortunately, and he reaches out a hand to you, kind of to help you off your knee, I will have help.
Take his hand to help me up.
Raises you up. He goes, I'm sure your days waiting for this hunt to come across your desk were spent studying the text. Correct, son?
Yes,
Good.
every day.
So you should know the requirements that befall you now as a mandrel.
Of course.
Good. And the ritual in the second room you are familiar with, you have studied?
Yes, Father.
Good. You guys step through the archway that leads into the secondary chamber. Mandrel Lynx has prepared Marcus Bagwell. And Lynx and Father step over to what is essentially like a large, not a forge, a kiln. And they both place their daggers, bloodstained, inside of the kiln.
Follow suit.
Yep. You place yours in. They begin to glow red hot. Mandrel Lynx and Father, after waiting for them to fully heat, temper theirs in oil. Bores, you knowing that you would be still using yours for this secondary ritual, quench yours in water. You hear it's not necessarily like crackles, but it's the strength of the blade being tested, as the heat of it is immediately dropped. The blood coagulates and bubbles off into the water as it is pulled off of the blade. And you are left with a steaming, still very hot dagger. And for about the next 6 hours, Bors completes the secondary purification ritual, achieving the rank of Mandrel and level 4, along with the rest of you. Level 4 for everybody. Woo! Zelda says, "Yay, level 4!"
Level 4.
Brilliant. Bors. The ritual is taxing. It is grueling. It is, without question, and including the battle you just participated in, the hardest thing you've ever done. It is just hours and hours and hours of endurance training and brutal tests of your strength, both of strength of will and strength of body. But you make it through, even if it's barely. You keep your composure. You don't let anyone in that room know the struggle. And you make sure that every act you commit in this room is to perfection. The body is disposed of, blades cleaned, the chamber purified. Father Idel excuses himself for rest, as does Mandrel Lynx, and you are left to retire to your quarters after, what would this be? After a 30-hour day, about.
I go knock the fuck out.
Yeah. You sleep in your room. When you return, your new garments and armor are waiting for you. It's almost identical. There are slight, what's the term? Not calligraphy, ornamental shifts that just signify your new rank. And you rest. You doff your armor. You sleep, and rest finds you almost instantly. And at first, it's comforting because it's rest. And then the nightmares start. You're back in the forest. The autumn leaves around you feel warm and soft on your fur. But then Rain starts to fall. You feel driplets splashing into your face as your eyes open. The sun isn't out anymore. It's now fully night. A full moon rests above you in this clearing. You shoot up. The trees are gone. It's a field in all directions. You see out into the horizon, nothing but darkness. Stars kind of gently lighting your surroundings, but just enough that you can be concerned about what you see and not actually see anything. As you make it to your feet, you're no longer in the clearing. You stand in the first chamber room. Mandrel Lynx stands across from you, the altar at your waist, like kind of beneath you. You look down to assist Mandrel Lynx. Marcus is gone. It's an empty altar. You look up. Mandrel Lynx is gone. You look back down. There's a body on the altar again. It's not Marcus's. It's your own. You're face to face with yourself as you make eye contact. You reach up. The you from the altar grabs you by the collar and like pulls you in and screams, but no sound comes out. You try to pull away, and as you rip the hands off your collar, you stumble backwards. You're not in the first altar room anymore. You're in the second one. You find yourself again staring at a mirror image of yourself, stripped of all your church accoutrement, chained to the ceiling. You'll be next. You snap awake. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
It's a good session.
I'm getting real tired of you fucking with me in my sleep.
I'm not going to stop. It's my go-to. All of you should know this by now. No one is safe when they go to sleep. No one.
Cursed for the second time.
Fucking
nightmares.
God, I'm blanking on names. Jesus. Trent was the smart one last campaign. He said, nope, no sleep. And guess what I still did to him? Still gave him nightmares. Hi, you thought just because rules is written said your character doesn't sleep? Guess what? I don't care.
I don't think Katie had nightmares, but she didn't really have like trauma.
You had trauma, but you were lucky enough to get to deal with it in the real world.
This campaign, I'm afraid.
I almost one-shot you with a psychological manifestation of your own father.
Yikes.
For anyone who cares, I was going to say, for anyone who cares, let me switch us over to the battle map. And I'll move the cameras back into spot. And we can roll HP for those who want to. We can do that now. So
Let's do it.
Actually, because we get ASI, can I do my ASI first and then potentially whatever it is change my HP?
Oh, are you saying for like con? It would change retroactively anyways. So up to you. Whatever order you would like to do it in. Just go ahead, and anyone who's doing that stuff now, just give me a heads up so I can be tracking it. Ooh, Volt!
God,
fucking
dang.
Pog champ, you tanky boy.
I'm gonna do my ASI first just in case.
Okay.
But first I gotta go look at something.
Matt with an extra 8. What was the 2d10? Was that you?
I was rolling
What
about
is
2
mine,
levels.
D6?
Oh, I see.
Do I reroll that one though?
You do reroll the one, yeah. Wizard is D6, correct? Yeah, D6 plus con. 4 plus con.
DM, I have another question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Level 4 feats?
Level 4 feats, correct. Yeah, ASIs and feats. Same thing as last campaign.
Hell
Yeah.
brother.
Same thing
One
as
or
last.
the other.
No, both. Same thing as last campaign. Yep.
Listen, I wasn't here for level 4 last campaign.
That's
so
fair enough.
that's
Yeah.
new for me.
No, same thing as last campaign. So like at the normal, and I say normal as like the minimum for classes who don't get extras, ASI levels. So 4, 8, 12, 16. Or no, sorry, 4, 8, 12, 16 or 17. I forget which one. I think it's 16 because it's every 4. It is a feat. So like just not listed of to what else you get. It's a feat. You get a free feat. But when your ASIs, when you get an ASI, regardless of how many you get as a class, so if you're a fighter, right? You have to take the ASI. So I think fighters also get one at 10, if I'm not mistaken. I think rogues do too. You don't get to choose a feat with that. It's always an ASI when you get an ASI. But at 1, 4, 8, 12, and 16, you get the feat. So everybody ends up with the same amount of feats.
Okay.
Some people are really stacked in stats because they get extra ASIs to just dump into stats, but everybody ends up with the same amount of feats.
Got it. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because when I was looking at the list, like you can forego the ASI to get a feat.
Right. No, it's just an ASI. Because you get both.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say no because more stuff.
Yeah. What's up, Amber? You're saying something?
Maybe I'm imagining it. I thought you had us do it at 1, 5, 10, 15.
I don't think so. Did I? I might have done that for Valaria, but we've done Rhyme, Kalatar, Horde, and multiple one shots since then, and I've just really enjoyed level 4 feats or ASI feat shifts. It's the same thing.
I'll take it.
It's just a little earlier in most cases. So instead of 5, 10, 15, 20, it's 4, 8, 12, 16. Because
can I ask?
What's
can
up?
I ask you a feet question?
Sure. How big are mine? 9.5.
What?
It was a foot question. Sorry. What's up?
I swear I'm losing my mind. Great Weapon Master.
Yes.
I thought the Great Weapon Master was when you whenever you rolled mineral damage with a great weapon, you got to re-roll that.
You're mixing up the feat and the fighting style.
That's the fighting style.
That's the fighting style.
So I do have the ability to re-roll because I have.
Yeah, if that's the fighting style you took, then when you roll, I think it's 1s and 2s. I may be mistaken. When you roll 1s, definitely 1s, you get to re-roll your damage. And I believe there's a feat that does something similar.
Savage Attacker.
Savage Attacker.
Savage
yes.
Attacker allows you to re-roll any damage die once per turn.
Great Weapon Master, the feat is Sharpshooter for melees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take the penalty, you get the extra damage, and if you kill something, you can make another attack.
If you kill something or you crit something.
And I believe you use your bonus action to do so, though.
Yeah, you use your bonus action.
Yes, correct.
Which is what I'm thinking.
Oh, that's rough.
Me hit hard, me hit good.
Do me the biggest favor, and once you level up, send me your stuff. I need your 6 stats, your AC, and your HP.
Yep.
Just send me all new.
Yep, we're gonna do new stat cards for everybody. So thank you guys for that.
Well, your squishy wizard boy now has 24 HP.
You just want the changes or
just the stats?
Send them all.
Yeah. So this is what it should say on the card. Okay, sweet.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So,
I should turn it. This keeps screwing up my
I just took a screen grab of my top thing, if that works for you.
As long as it's got the HP, the AC, and all the stats in it, should be fine.
Nope, it's just the entire top half of the sheet.
Hell yeah. I'm waiting for Inani. I'm on my fucking toes.
Sorry,
I think your specific subclass is a D12, isn't it?
There we go. No, it's
is it D10?
I don't think it changes with my subclass.
Oh no, that's Hope Master.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
I'm not killing my character for a Hope Master.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
God dang it.
All right.
And then you said it retroactively adds as well, right?
Con retroactively adds if you take an ASI, yeah.
Yeah, because I took my ASI.
Or sorry, if your ASI is in con, because everybody takes the ASI.
Yeah. Okay, so God, what is the number then?
Okay.
3?
What is it? 16?
No, my con is 20. So my
20?
con is 5
Jesus
now.
Christ, yeah, plus 5.
Yeah. Okay, so it's
It was at 18?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so basically what you would do is you would 3.
Because it's 1 for each increase, right? It increased by 1.
Right. So here's what you would do, right? Your 4th level, right?
Yeah.
So basically what would happen is roll your HP, whatever normal dice you would roll.
Right.
11, right?
Right.
So you rolled an 11, add 11 to your HP. Okay?
Did that.
Then you up your con, and now it's going to get +1 for every level. So if you already did it for this level up because it's in your roll, right?
Right.
Whatever it is, +1, or is it, right? No, it isn't. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, you did because you did +5 instead of. You're good.
Yeah.
So you would
Yeah.
do +3, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Your math
So
was
that makes
correct.
sense.
I wanted
Yeah.
to talk myself through it as well to make
No,
sure.
that's perfectly fine. Listen, we were here for the ride.
All right. Now,
okay, cool.
That's all of our behind the scenes stuff because I like doing leveling up at the end of big sessions like that. If y'all don't have anything else, 3, 2.
Next session, I get to have my talk.
Trent, are you raising your hand or are you like waiting?
You're good. I was like,
Okay.
oh God, what's happening?
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on our 10th session. I didn't mean for it to happen like it did last campaign, where session 10 was a boss fight arc wrap up. But shit happens. Don't worry. That does not mean the pacing will continue like Valaria did. It's probably gonna actually slow down at this point. So hopefully you guys enjoy big city shopping episodes because we might have a few of those. But we should be back unless somebody interrupts me until the end of this sentence next week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, just like normal. So we'll see you guys next week in 7 days. If you missed any of this session or you're confused about how we got here, all VODs are currently listed on the YouTube channel. You can find that down below the Twitch, as well as the Twitter with any schedule updates, as well as letting you know when the YouTube video does go live. I think that's everything. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up on Twitter or in the YouTube comments, as well as just, point at a wall and speak to me and maybe I'll hear it. I don't know.
You know how to do it.
Yeah,
It works in my house.
I'll speak back to your brain. It's a really cool feature if you use your Prime sub. Have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you so much for spending your night with us. And I hope you enjoyed our fun little gang's storytelling adventure. See you in a week. Have a good night. And we love you. See you guys later.
Merch.
Merch is a thing.
Pins. Get the pins.
You're all fucking
Get the pins.
fired. Fired.